Morning, everyone. As promised, I'm going to follow up on my suggestion to work on your children with high frequency words, or sometimes called sight words. So these words are words that children really need to know rapidly and automatically when they're reading. They're the words that occur the most frequently. So we really need to know those so that children can read them quickly, and this doesn't impair their reading fluency or their reading comprehension. They're not spending their time trying to sound those words out. They need to save their cognitive resources for doing that on other words. So your child's teacher will be working from a high frequency word list. And my tip to you would be to find out exactly what that list is. Your teacher's probably sending it home for practice, but if they're not, request it and you can practice at home. So here are some tips I'll give you. The first thing is that, sight word knowledge really is one of those skills that is based on memorization. Kind of hate to tell you that. I was one of those children who definitely wanted to know why all the time and wanted to figure it out myself, but it really is something children need to memorize. But there's some fun ways to do that with your children. Use your high frequency word list to find those words in a book that you're reading together. So have, maybe 5 or 6 words that you're going to look for while you're reading. Because just as important as your child is, it is that your child can read the word, it's important they can first identify it. Again, if we think that kind of basic to complex continuum. So they have to be able to see it. Maybe they're not even going to know what it says, but that they know it's important. They know that's one of those sight words. I would suggest then getting your child to write it down when they find it. So the link between reading and writing is emerging from the literature as being very clear and very strong. The fact that children actually learn to read through writing. They're not two separate abilities. So I would have the child write it down, and then so they're practicing writing through there. And you could even do a tally, they write it down the first time and then a little tick each time they see it. So you're infusing some numeracy in there, and you're also showing them how important it is they know these words quickly and accurately, because look at how many times you saw the word the in this book. The other thing is think of all the different ways the child could use the word. So they can read it, they can write it, they could cut it out. Perhaps if you have a list or a list you can photocopy, you could cut them out for them, type it. If you have magnets, you could get them, instead of writing it, they could find the correct magnets to make the word. So they're playing with this word in many different ways, which will help solidify for them what the word is, what are the letters that make it up, so that eventually they will recognize it rapidly and automatically. I did some searching on Google, so I have a couple things that I can link in the comments, some cute ideas. One that I really like is that once the child masters that word, they know that every single time they see it, you kind of create like a flower and each petal is the word. And then so over time they'll have all these flowers, a garden of words that they know rapidly and automatically. This is definitely one place where parents can be really supportive, and your help is very meaningful, because this is so important that your child can have these high frequency words rapidly and automatically, and that really just comes with practice.